How's it going, folks? Mark from Like-Minded Lunatics coming at you with your Friday night reaction video, and I am joined again by my good friend Todd Roth from the band Comin Up Muddy. Todd, how's it going, man?
Great.
Awesome. So we did a reaction before. Hopefully you've seen it. If you've not, we did Clutch's Quick Death in Texas. Where's my finger? You can go right there to check that out. Now, I feel lucky because, Todd, you're about to go off on tour, right?
Yeah. As this is airing, I will have already made my way to Mississippi.
Awesome.
From Mississippi on to South Carolina for 5 shows, I think, and then Cannonball back to Texas for another busy weekend after that. So
beautiful. Yeah. Tell folks where they can actually find your music and go buy his music, folks. Where can they find that
at? You can always buy physical copies at the shows. I have hard copies of the new disc. Did I get you one yet?
Yes. No, we haven't, not yet.
Okay, they're in the car. I have physical copies of the new album, self-titled Comin Up Muddy. Last album was 10 Miles Wide. I still have a few copies of that left, and I will reload at some point. But you can always buy it at shows. For digital, iTunes, Spotify. We're on all the streaming services. I know we're on Amazon Music, and there you can find us on YouTube also.
Awesome. So. And folks, in case you don't know, Todd Wright and I have collaborated with Todd. We did a show called The Ballad of Cutman's Bridge, and that track is
on the Comin Up Muddy album.
Yeah, so you can go here to listen to the show that we did, and go actually check out the track on the album. It's fantastic.
A little spooky.
It's spooky. I love it. It's great. So today I thought we would react to Billy Gibbons' new song, My Lucky Card. So this comes off his new album, Hardware, which is out June 4th. You've got yours pre-ordered, I think.
Yeah, I've already got there's 3 singles off of it. My Lucky Card,
West Coast Junkie from a Texas town,
and Desert High.
Yeah, so I'm excited about it, man. And he's got Matt Sorum on drums, previously from Velvet Revolver and Guns N' Roses. And then Austin Hanks is on guitar with Billy on this one. So it looks to be a great album. I'm excited about it. And how long have you been a fan of ZZ Top? See, my earliest memory of them is Eliminator. That was 80.
Same.
Oh, you too. Okay.
Yeah, I was I was in high school or whatever when Eliminator came out, or junior high, and it shook me to the core. I mean, here's the Eliminator coupe on the cover of the album and all that. I'm a car guy, so I was like, 33 Ford is great. This is cars, and then the videos.
There we go. That's right.
I gave mine to my dad.
Did you?
Yeah, you'll be happy to know that it holds the keys to a 64 El Camino. So,
that's so rad.
But seen him a few times, big arenas. I saw him at House of Blues, a small place. The Backyard Bee Caves right here in Texas. So I've seen him at a handful of venues, but when Eliminator came out, it just rocked my world. It was like nothing I'd ever heard before. And then the videos, that really, really helped sell it. I mean, talk about
so iconic.
3 guys who really should never have been in a video.
Right.
Like, the beards, and they were just looked dirty and grungy, weren't showing up in like overalls that are smeared with ashes and grease and stuff. And it's like the exact opposite of all the slick videos that were on MTV in that time.
Yeah.
Totally the opposite, but so well produced. And then if you take them in order, it's one, it's like a story.
And they started getting really big guest stars. So I loved Eliminator. That was probably my favorite album.
Well, I went backwards from Eliminator.
Okay.
So Eliminator showed up into my life, and remember when we had records, you read liner notes. So I started reading the liner notes, and then I read everything I could find about ZZ Top. There's magazines, there's books. There was a book that came out in the 80s that was like a companion.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was just a little tiny paperback. It's probably out there in the world somewhere, and it's filled with ZZ Top lore and legend. The stories about stealing a calf and putting it in an old Dodge Dart that they named the Dodge Dot and drove down to Mexico with it, and and Master of Sparks, the story behind that particular song. So I ended up going backwards through their catalog, and then realized very quickly that the first album up to Eliminator was my favorite music.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then kind of lost me a little bit between Eliminator, Recycler, and Antenna.
Right.
Recycler is probably the best name for that record.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But, you know, in years past with records like Rhythmine, Triple X, Mescalero, I think is a friggin' that's kind of a masterpiece to me. I love that record. It's great. Yeah.
And for me, because I'm a little younger than Todd, I remember. What's that?
Rub it in.
But I remember the videos more than anything else. My friend Jason and I would stay up late to watch Friday Night Videos, and those were featured prominently on there.
Oh, yeah.
And the Afterburner album, which was 86, and I know that because, and I'll show everybody, this was my first stereo set, and I had 2 CDs I got in 1986. Bon Jovi's Slippery When Wet and ZZ Top Afterburner. You can't see them, but they're sitting on the top of that thing right there.
Right on.
And I remember those videos so well, and one of them was with Nancy from the Nightmare on Elm Street films, and the Bigfoot truck was in it, and it was so awesome. So I'm so glad that Billy is doing big videos again, like really cool videos again.
Well, I think Billy's always been the more avant-garde of the trio. You know, I've heard rumor that there's a 12-inch dance mix floating out there in the world of Legs.
Oh, wow.
So Billy was really getting into dance music and electronica way before it was what it is today.
Sure.
You know, with festivals built around it and such. But he always had that Hollywood eye.
Yeah. And
you know?
I mean, and I reacted to this one, folks. The West Coast Junkie from a Texas Town, I compared it to I Gots to Get Paid.
Sure.
And I mean, that whole song is about that, you know, kind of dealing with...
That's a fun video.
Yeah.
The I Gots to Get Paid video.
Oh,
that's good.
It is good.
They played that on the big screen at the backyard behind them when they were...
Oh, nice.
When they performed the song, they had the video playing behind them.
That's awesome. Well, let's get to this one then.
Let's get to this video.
So it's tradition around here to do a Beer with Our Friday Night video, and I'm going with, I picked this up this weekend, Todd, Fuego from Twisted X. This is a good beer, folks. It's a lager it's infused with jalapeno, and I felt like it was going to go really well with this song. So you don't have to have an alcoholic beverage, but Todd and I are. So cheers, Todd.
Cheers.
Cheers, and let's do this, folks. All right, my lucky card, Billy F. Gibbons.
Nice old square body.
Now, what a great truck that is! Like,
man.
They changed those in '87, right? The square bodies, and then they went to that rounded front GMC.
Yeah, I think it was '87.
Man, what a great truck! I hit a ditch one time, and there was a couple of cowboys that pulled up in a truck just like this and pulled my dumb ass out of the ditch. I love that Billy is the only thing in color. Have you noticed that?
I have. So I did watch this video when it came out. In fact, I think somebody else sent me a link to it right away.
That would be me, I think.
You may have, but I think, because somebody else sent me a link to another video from another band that's got a new release. It's like the Far Out. I know it's not, but...
Uh-oh. Fiery shots, Todd. What's going to happen?
I don't know, but a guy with an epic beard like that should not be doing a shot that's on fire.
That's a good point. That's a safety hazard. So I got us shots, folks. This is Desert Door Sotol. And Todd, you play at Desert Door, isn't that right?
I do. So
this is one of their... So, folks, if you can get this, get it. This is a barrel-aged Sotol that was aged in a dark Pilsner barrel. So it's the regular oak aged Sotol, but it also has been aged in a barrel that was used...
So did you get that retail, or did you go to the distillery to get it?
No, I went to the distillery.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
Been nice of you to come when I was playing.
I know.
You know, just saying.
What a dick.
I know how you can get a hold of me. Just saying.
I know. All right, folks. I need you to join me, just like Billy said. All right, cheers, Todd.
Cheers. I'm probably going to sip this because it's too good to shoot.
I know. I think I'll do the same thing. Oh, my God, folks.
Man, that's good.
Ah, boy. A fiery song. So Tall and Billy Gibbons.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Jesus. Doesn't get better.
Well, maybe if he was right here.
That's right.
Hanging out. Telling lies.
My lucky card.
Just so you know,
and you know
it's really hard to play slide with a beer bottle like that.
Yeah.
And Billy uses the skinniest, tiniest strings that you can get on a guitar. So
Fast action.
It's fast action, but it's also fast action refers to how high the strings are.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So that's your action. This is the string height. But there's a famous story where Billy met B.B. King and they swapped guitars, and B.B. was like, "Why are you working so hard?" And because B.B. went to really small strings because of his diabetes testing.
Oh, I see. So it was hurting his fingers.
It hurt his fingers because you have to break your fingers and you can't do the same one all the time. So he'd have to move his fingers around. So what he would end up doing was just getting lighter and lighter gauge strings. So Billy, here's a great example. Here's the higher the number, the bigger the string. So
Right.
when you go into a guitar shop and you say, "Hey, I want a set of 10s," so that's the lightest string is a 10 gauge.
Okay.
Or 0.10, whatever. But anyway, Billy's are like 0.007.
Wow.
So they're it's like playing spaghetti. I've tried them and it just doesn't, like, his guitar tech is a wizard because his guitars are set up to use those little tiny strings. I can't use them. I've tried and I'm like, nah, I'll keep working hard for now. I'll just.
So not only is he using strings that are hard to play on naturally, he's also using the beer bottle,
which doesn't intonate worth a shit. So I mean, most of the beer bottle slide stuff you ever see in a bar is for show. It's not for tone. Beer bottles sound like ass on strings.
Right.
But it's a great trick.
And it looks so badass.
Yeah.
And it's something I've mentioned to Todd over and over. Man, I love it when dudes do the beer bottle. It's so badass. And we got Billy doing it.
We got Billy doing a beer bottle.
Oh, I love it. And what about Matt Sorum on those drums, man?
Hitting them.
It's a soul crusher.
Yeah.
When he hits those skins, you feel it.
I love the way that the last couple things that Billy's done, his solo records, which I've always thought Frank Beard was an amazing drummer.
Yeah.
Later on, from what was the record we're talking about?
And can we just also point out Frank Beard is the only guy without a beard in the fucking band?
Yep.
He's throwing off that motif. He has been for decades.
But I think it's appropriate because his name is Beard, so he has a beard. He's had a beard his whole life.
So he has a beard. It's just his name.
It's just his name.
All right, I can get behind that, I guess.
From Eliminator forward, there's a lot of syncopated beats, a lot of click tracks, things like that. Very electronic sounding drums. Prior to that, go back and listen to the early ZZ Top and pay particular attention to the drums. Frank does some wild shit. He is an amazing drummer.
Yeah.
Matt Sorum is one of the hardest hitting drummers like ever. But I will say this, between Billy's blues album that he put out, was it 2 years ago?
Yes.
And then the drums are mixed totally different than they are in ZZ Top. So the drums in his solo projects come through like a cannon. Okay, and the drums in ZZ Top, it's almost more like for boogie, for dancing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see. Yeah,
so it's but I don't want anybody to misunderstand that I'm taking away from either of these drummers. It's
just a different style.
Yeah, it's just a different style. And obviously the Billy solo stuff is made to sound different than ZZ Top.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't have those cool high harmonies. You don't have, because Dusty is an amazing singer.
Yeah.
Be Dusty's mom. Hey, Dusty, sing one.
To me, this, and obviously they're filming this in just a juke joint. That's what Billy's stuff feels like to me. It feels like being in a down and dirty juke joint.
Yeah, it's a little bit more rough and tumble.
It's more dangerous feeling for me.
Are you saying this song is stabby? Because that's what I heard you say.
It is.
Is the song stabby?
It is. I think so. So the bar that I learned to two-step in, a friend of mine's mom was teaching me to two-step. There were two guys fighting on the floor as she was trying to teach me. And we were literally two-stepping over, two guys rolling around on the ground, beating the shit out of each other. That's what Billy...
Was that at this bar?
That's what it feels like. That's what I was about to say. It feels like the place where I learned... That bar. It feels like the place where I learned how to two-step. All right, 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. And God almighty, move, fools! That's what it felt like.
I want to have drinks with that dealer.
You know what, Todd? He reminds me of the preacher in the Clutch video.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah.
Holy shit! Go back and watch that, folks. The guy who had a Winchester in his hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
The business end of a Winchester rifle.
Yeah, the business end of a Winchester rifle. That drum roll right there is what I'm talking about. It just feels like he's kicking you in the chest.
Yeah, it's like a machine gun.
Oh, it's so good. I got to hear it again. Is that okay?
Yeah. It's your dime. Spend it how you want.
Oh, I love it. We end on the ace.
Well, yeah.
Man, that's ace of spades, right?
That's ace of diamonds.
Ah, shit. See, folks, I've just embarrassed myself. I not only can I not...
Do you not play cards at all?
No, because I can't count.
So, did you want to play poker after this?
I do not.
Look, I'm trying to make some gas money before I go on the tour. So, are you sure you don't want to play poker?
I'm 100% sure. Lee doesn't let me use money. That's just
okay.
But what a great way to end! Right on the ace.
Right on the ace.
Oh man. Boom. Oh wait, what's gonna? Oh, there we go. Filmed in Pioneer Town, California. Pappy and Harriet.
So it's funny that you mentioned that the dealer looked like the preacher in the Clutch video, because that was filmed at a pioneer town in New Jersey.
It was.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is the West Coast version of it.
I guess. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Maybe this dude just does the circuit.
It's like a...
Is there a Pioneer Town circuit that you can...
It's the pretend cowboys union. Like, you pretend to be a cowboy, but you're in a union with a bunch of other guys that pretend to be cowboys.
I grew up with a bunch of pretend cowboys.
Manager of a
Verizon store?
Verizon store. Tractor Supply.
That's right. Well, this was fun, man. What a great video.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. Well, and unlike the last one that we did together, I actually saw this video a few days ago.
Yeah.
Because like I said, my good friends all know that I'm ZZ Top and Black Keys and stuff like that. So I get videos and links and stuff sent to me pretty regular about, hey, did you see this? I'm like, dude, I downloaded that 3 days ago. You sleeping at the wheel, man.
Well, I can tell you, I was one of those people that texted him. The moment I saw this, I texted, Have you seen Billy's new video? I was so excited.
Yes.
And we have to do it on the show. So I'm glad we were able to.
Yeah, I had some errands to run in Austin, so it worked out pretty well.
Awesome. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed this. Again, this album comes out on June 4th.
So it's just dribbling like, here's a tease, here's a tease, here's a tease.
I know. And there are a couple of them that are like that. I don't know if you're a huge fan, but Wolfgang Van Halen's new album is coming out on June 11th, I think. And we've just been getting teasers of songs from Wolfie the same way.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I guess that's the way to release an album these days. I'll have to remember that for the next one.
I guess. I just want the whole album. Just so you can hold it
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm sure there's a marketing thing behind it. I got a friend who's in marketing, so I'll ask him what's the theory behind that.
Teasing us.
Yeah. I get it doing a single.
Right.
And putting that out ahead of time. Like we used to get, you used to be able to find, do you remember CD singles or cassette singles? Those were a thing.
Cassette singles, dude. I had 18 in Life on a cassette single and I wore that tape out. Was
there a B-side or you just flip it over and keep playing the same thing?
There was. I don't even remember which one it was off the album.
Okay.
They were poorer quality than regular tapes, though.
Yeah.
That you would wear them out. For folks who don't know, singles were in a different section of the music store, and they had cardboard, like wrappers around them. They didn't have a regular tape case, and you would buy them, and there would be an A-side and a B-side. And the A-side would be the single that they were trying to sell, and the B-side was usually the shit song that they were trying to sneak in.
Sure.
Yeah. And 18 in Life was one I just wore out.
I noticed that also, too. A lot of times the B-side was something that didn't make the record, but they still recorded it.
Okay.
The best example of a famous B-side is Hey, Hey, What Can I Do from Led Zeppelin.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
That was never on an album. It was a B-side to a single, and if there's a Zeppelin nerd out there that wants to educate on this,
there definitely will be.
Yeah, it's in the comments. Be nice, but in the comments, mention what the A side was to "Hey Hey What Can I Do?" Because it was a B side. That was so cool when that box set came out because it was the only place you could get "Hey Hey What Can I Do?"
Okay, so I misspoke then. I didn't realize that there were some gems in that. I thought it was sneaking by.
There's a long history of B sides actually outpacing the single.
Huh.
And I'm sure, I got next time I'm in Bastrop, I'm going to talk to my man Lippy. He's got a record store, Astro Records.
For some good B-sides.
Oh, man. But he's an encyclopedia. Encyclopedias don't have as much information as Lippy has. He just...
Go see Lippy, folks.
Lippy, Astro Records. Tell him Todd sent you. And wear your mask. Because that's the thing with him.
Yeah.
Just wear your mask. And be polite about it. He's a really cool guy. He's an English guy. He's got a little record store in Bastrop. This old historic building, wooden floors, brick walls and stuff, and thousands of records.
That's awesome.
And he knows so much about all the music that he carries. It's so cool.
Wow. Well...
I digress.
That's all right, folks. Go visit Lippy. Go get some Fuego if you can. Todd, did you enjoy this beer? Did you like it?
I did. I'm usually not like a jalapeno guy, but it's the brightness and the vegetal that I like a lot. It's really good. It's not spicy.
So for a while, this was just a seasonal with them, and then they brought it on as a regular brew, and then they stopped making it, Twisted X, and then when we were out there this weekend, they said, we're bringing it back. Like, give me several 6-packs of this, because I really enjoy it.
Dripping Springs, right?
Yeah, Dripping. Yeah. And then So Tall, folks, I don't know if you can get this one. If you can, get it.
So I'll tell you a little bit about that. Any of the special barrel release stuff you can only get at the distillery. There is a barrel-aged product that's on the shelves at retail.
Okay.
And then, of course, their new make is on the shelf at retail.
Gotcha.
But any of their special release programs, Desert Door Distillery, for those of you who don't know, is in Driftwood, Texas. Yeah. Not far from the infamous and famous Salt Lick Barbecue.
That's right.
That being said, this will soon become the ubiquitous Texas spirit. It is
So Tall?
Yeah, it's grown in the Sotol that they grow is in Texas. It's distilled in Texas. It's the only legal Sotol distillery in the United States, as far as I know.
These guys, Desert Door?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. So
they were definitely the first legal distillery, Sotol distillery in the United States.
Well, there you go, folks.
So
if you can find it, get Desert Door. It's great.
They are releasing, I think the new make stuff is starting to see the East Coast a little bit.
Okay.
So Georgia, Tennessee,
right,
North Carolina, kind of thing.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah.
I had fun doing it. Todd, thank you for being here.
Hell yeah, man. Cheap sunglasses.
Yeah, that's right. Cheap sunglasses, folks. I even have my ZZ Top shirt on and my ZZ Top keychain. Look at that. Oh, I'll show it again. Just trying to brag.
Well, yeah. Yes, you should. Did you order it off the internet or did you get it at a show?
No, we got it at a show.
Okay, good.
Like around 2002, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. They were playing pink guitars at that time. ZZ Top, the show we showed up to, they had pink fuzzy guitars, and it was awesome.
Pink fuzzy?
Yes.
Okay. Because I remember there was a pink guitar that they built with the with a green kind of squiggly stripe on it.
No.
The squiggly stripe was actually, it's the map of the Mississippi River.
No, this was full-on guitars with like
fuzzy
pink carpet on them.
Yeah. Like the fuzzy one on your shirt. From the Legs video.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't remember it from the Legs video. It was a huge thing. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, well, folks, hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave us some comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And take care of yourselves, folks. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.